MCR Dwarf Cars feature event 25 laps. Lineup's going to look like this. The 17, that's going to be Mike McMahon Jr. Outside him in the 43, that's Jeff Slayton. Inside row number 2, the 13 of Kevin Ayers. Outside him the 88, that's going to be Roger Balcom. Inside row number 3, the 00 of Josh Tinker. Outside him the 97X of Eric Hoffman. Inside row number 4, the 29 of John Wiley. The 07, Stephen Bobeck. Then it's the 24, Eric Hawk Jr. The 911 of Rob Roney. The 19, Mike McMahon Sr. The 14, that's going to be Tony Hoffman behind the wheel of that machine now. 18, Rick Ayers. 70, Shonda Harbin. 34, Mark Ayers. 04, Paul Burns as they come out of turn 4. We're racing. Two by two down the backstretch. Everybody staying in line. Fairly decent as a caution flag out the 04. Paul Burns loops it over in turn 2. Complete restart on this one. All right, we're going to try this one more time. Mike McMahon Jr., Jeff Slayton going to bring the field up out of turn 4. Green flag flies and we're racing. Side by side, out of 2, down the backstretch. The 911 of Rob Roney to the inside of the 29. John Wiley, is it still side by side? Battle for the lead between the 17 of Mike McMahon Jr., the 43, Jeff Slayton. Slayton with some big momentum on the high side. He'll take over the lead. He's going to bring the 88 of Roger Balcom with him. Balcom now up to second. The 97X of Eric Hoffman now up to third. John Wiley right behind him. Hoffman now jumps to the outside of Balcom for the second spot. Side by side going into turns 3 and 4. We got cars slicing and dicing all over this 3/8 mile racetrack. Your leader continues to be the 43 of Jeff Slayton. He's got the 97X Eric Hoffman now to the outside. Side by side coming off of turn 4, giving the lead to the 97X of Eric Hoffman. John Wiley now going to jump to the outside as Rob Roney makes it 3 wide going into turn number 3. Roney and Wiley both making the better of it. Slayton falls back a position. Your leader, the 97X, Eric Hoffman, second place. The 911 of Rob Roney, third. The 29 of John Wiley. Here comes Stephen Bobeck in the 07, now working the outside, the 43 of Jeff Slayton. Roney now starting to put a little pressure on the 97X of Hoffman. Hoffman throwing sparks through the corners. Roney to the bottom, Hoffman way up top, giving the lead to the 911 of Rob Roney. Hoffman gonna try to dive bomb it to the bottom, nothing doing. You can see the chassis unloading through the corners when he hits those sparks. Clear sailing now for the 911 of Rob Roney. Eric Hoffman running second. Third, the 29 of John Wiley. Fourth, the 07 of Stephen Bobeck. Fifth, the 43 of Jeff Slayton. Then the 88, Roger Balcom. Your leaders working their way around the 04 of Paul Burns now. As well as the 34 of Mark Ayers going a lap down. And caution flag out. Some debris on the backstretch, the cause of the caution. Rob Roney gonna pace the field down the backstretch, start to pick it up through turns 3 and 4. Green flags out, we're racing. Your leader, the 911 of Rob Roney. The 97X Eric Hoffman now starting to get a little pressure from the 29 of John Wiley. Meanwhile, the 00 Josh Tinker working the inside of the 88 of Roger Balcom. Tinker will get the position. Roney with clear sailing in the Holly Auto Parts 911. Eric Hoffman second in the Wiley Softwater 97. As your leader now working around the 04 of Paul Burns. Meanwhile, further back in the pack, getting a battle shaping up between the 43 of Jeff Slayton, the 00 Josh Tinker. Slayton all sorts of sideways off of turn 4. That lets the 00 Tinker by. Tinker now up to the 5th spot. Slayton now starting to get some pressure from the 88 of Roger Balcom. Balcom jumping to the outside. Slayton fighting a loose race car later in this race. As your leaders working their way past the 34 Mark Ayers. The 88 Roger Balcom now up to 6th. The 43 Jeff Slayton falls back to 7th. As heavy traffic in front of your leader, the 911 of Rob Roney. Once again to kind of catch up to the 04 Paul Burns, and he's got the 18 of Rick Ayers, 24 Eric Hawk Jr. right in front of him. The 911 Rob Roney threading the gap between the 24 Eric Hawk Jr. and the 18 of Rick Ayers. Those two battling for position as our leader drives right by. Roney now going to work around the 14 of Troy Hoffman, the 34 of Mark Ayers. Clear sailing now for the 911 of Rob Roney. Second, the 97X of Eric Hoffman. Third, the 29 John Wiley, both battling through some of the lap traffic. Wiley's now clear, Hoffman's clear. We got the caution flag out as the 19 Mike McMahon Sr. looping it over in turn 4. "21 laps in, 4 to go on this one." As the white flag has been displayed, Roney gonna bring the field through turns 3 and 4, picking up the pace. Wiley jumping to the outside as the green flag's out. Here we go. The 29 of John Wiley trying to jump to the outside. The 97X Eric Hoffman, nothing doing down the backstretch. As the 911 Rob Roney now clear sailing. The 70 of Shonda Harbin working her way past the 17 Mike McMahon Jr. a little further back in the pack. And white flag's going to be displayed. 1 lap to go. And contact between the 00 Tinker and the 07 of Stephen Bobeck. Caution flag out. 00 Josh Tinker, good run through the center of the corner. Catching the rear corner, the 07 of Stephen Bobeck. Bobeck goes around. Your top 3 cars bunched up tightly. Everybody wants to get the good start. Roney in control, brings him out of turn 4. Green flags out, here we go. The 07 of Stephen Bobeck wasting no time, jumping to the outside, working his way around. The 19 of Mike McMahon Sr., the 14 of Troy Hoffman. White flag out, though, for your leader, the 911 of Rob Roney. The 07 of Bobek still working his way around the outside now. The 17 of Mike McMahon Jr. trying to get his way back through the field. Meanwhile, out of turn 4, your winner, the 911 Rowdy, Rob Roney. Eric Hoffman second, John Wiley third. Roger Balcom fourth. And Jeff Slayton gonna round out your top 5.